Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules. Welcome to another weekly pivot point. I am actually on my lunch break right now and I am working in my scrapbook. I have not worked in my scrapbook in like a month. So I was like, I need to put some stuff in here. So the next page I was wanting to work on was my, I had stuff like already gathered for it. I just never put it back together. So in February, I hosted my in-person book club here at my house, and we had a taco bar and we discussed our book. We read Tomorrow, which I printed out a little thing to add. And then I made a candy salad. So I took all of the packaging from the candy to put into my book. So far, I'll show you what I have. That's what it looks like. So I took and just kind of cut it all up and put it on there, and then I took a picture of it. I made a little image with it. And then over here I have all the taco stuff, and then I'm adding the pictures to the top, and then I'll just write a little, you know, February book club, taco bar, you know, whatever. So to recap what I have been up to the last, I have so much trash here, you guys, the last week. Honestly, it's been a blur. The last couple days I haven't actually done anything because I didn't feel good, but so let me see. So let me reference my book to see. I always write down in my planner. I have each week, and each day I write down on one side like my updates, and then the other side is my reading, what I've been doing. So let me go back to, like, what day is it? I'm like, when was the last pivot point? It was on the 2nd. Okay. So obviously reading wise, I have been doing reading for Old School April, and some other things thrown in there. And I have my first weekly vlog up. So I am vlogging every week of the month. Yeah, every week of the month of April. So I did get that out. That came up yesterday. So mainly like the past week, I've just been watching a lot of things on TV, plus doing some reading and a lot of editing. I had so much to edit. I had my middle grade March vlog to edit, which I have that posted. I had my cozy mystery vlog to edit, which I have not posted yet. I think I'm going to put it out maybe Friday. And then of course I was weekly vlogging, so I was editing for that. So I want to keep up on my editing. That way I don't have to edit the entire week of clips like the day before I want to post it. So just literally all I have been doing the last week is a lot of editing. So as far as what I've been watching on TV, that I haven't already mentioned. Gosh, how has it been a week already? I feel like I just did one of these, y'all. This year's flying by. So I did start watching The Residence. I don't know if I mentioned this. If I had mentioned this in my last one, did I? I know why I feel like I've talked about some of that is because it's probably in my weekly vlog. So if you want some more updates on what's going on, go check out my weekly vlog. So we watched some more episodes of the Goosebumps, and we also watched the whole season of I don't know if the whole season's out yet or not, but we watched The Bondsman with Kevin Bacon in it. It's pretty good. He's a demon hunter, and it's pretty funny. Y'all, I've just not really been doing anything exciting. So really, honestly, y'all, I've just been sitting around doing a lot of editing and watching TV. That's about it, which is kind of nice because I usually don't watch much TV, but I have been. I did go see my mom on Saturday, and she was like super anxious, which is a bummer. I stayed for like an hour, which is so hard, y'all, to sit. Like, I have triggers. I've mentioned this before. I have triggers when I hear repetitive things, whether it's noises, words, sounds, whatever, you know, like noises and sounds are the same thing. Okay. You know what I mean. Anyway, I my anxiety was slowly just creeping as I was sitting there, and I was like, okay. So I took as long as I could, and I just talked about whatever. I did have a couple of the other old ladies walk up to me, and it's so funny because all of them have different levels of like memory loss. You know what I mean? And some of them, when you talk, they don't seem like they have memory issues, but like I'm not with them all the time, so I don't know. So one lady came up to me and, you know, was just asking, what did she ask? She was asking something about, I think she asked if I had any siblings. And then another lady came up and asked what I did for work, or what my mom used to do for work. And like, so it was just funny. They were just asking questions about her and me. And then one lady was just sitting there, and it's so funny because sometimes it's a little uncomfortable when they stare at you. Because some of them will literally just be like, and I'm like, wow, I'm kind of uncomfortable right now. I just smile. I'm like, and one lady was like, you're so pretty. She's like, I like your hair. It's so pretty. And I'm like, well, thank you so much. But they're a hoot. And then I do love, there's one lady there that always tells me my mom's so sweet. And she says it over. She's like, she's so sweet. Your mom is so sweet. And I'm like, I love that. So yeah, I guess they have a barbecue they're going to do to celebrate like an early Easter celebration. They're going to do that like next Thursday. But of course, it's in the middle of the day. And I'm working, and it's not a day that I am going to be able to take off. So I'm like, why would they not do it on the weekend? Like, I mean, obviously they're all there whenever, and they can do it, you know, what's best for them. But I'm like, but they wanted to invite family members. And I'm like, well, most of people's family members are going to be working. But anyway, so I won't be able to do that. And then Sunday, I started not feeling very good. So I did not do a lot on Sunday. I pretty much sat in my chair, again, editing, watching TV. And then Monday, I did not feel good at all. So it was hard to get through the workday. The workday was busy, and then I had a headache. I felt nauseous. I just didn't feel good. My face felt flush. Like, I don't know. So Monday night, literally, I took a nap after work, which I hardly ever take naps after work. I took a nap, and then I made dinner, and I sat down to read. Jess had sprints Monday night. I sat down to read, and I literally spaced out for almost all of it. I read like 2 pages, and then I found myself looking at the TV in the living room, just sitting there. I don't even know what my husband was watching. I just did not feel good, and I was spaced out, and I was like, ugh. And I was going to go to bed early because my husband's like, well, why don't you go to bed? And I was like, because somebody has to let all the dogs out. Somebody has to let, you know what I mean? Like the nightly routine is me. I'm the one who does it. And if I don't do it, then my daughter does it. Well, she wasn't here because she's not here half the time anymore. Like 90% of the time anymore. And so I'm like, and he goes, I'm sure I could figure it out. I'm like, can you? You know when dogs get in a routine though. So we have 2 dogs that we cannot have by each other. So we have gates that you have to put up to keep them separated, or you got to put one goes in the laundry room while the other one goes out, and then when he comes back in, I can let the other one out. Like, it's a shuffle, okay? And there's a routine that I do, and my dogs are used to it, and he doesn't know about that. So, and one of the main reasons he doesn't is because when my mom lived here, so my mom lived here for 2.5 years, so he didn't go to the basement. Him and my mom were not, when she had her mind about her, they didn't, not that they didn't get along. It's a long, there's a long history behind that. But the fact of it is that my mother didn't think I should marry my husband. And I mean, obviously I did. So, I mean, there was a time when my mom and I were at button heads when I moved out and was engaged, and she tried her best to talk me out of getting married to him. I was like, he's the best man ever for me. But obviously, just a quick backstory. My mother lived vicariously through me, and she wanted to dictate how I dressed, what I looked like, who I dated, all those things. So he was not someone that she wanted me to be with. So it turns out, you know, obviously we've been married. We'll be married 26 years in May. Obviously, I made the right decision. But, you know, like, that was just a long time ago, and my husband can hold a grudge, y'all. He can hold a grudge. So, she just didn't treat him really well. She wouldn't talk to him. Like, he would try and, you know, have conversations with her, and she would do the bare minimums of, you know, replying to him, or she would answer him but not look at him, and like, it's just a whole thing. Anyway, he was like, I know your mom doesn't know anything about anything. He's like, but I'm not going down there. I'm not. So the fact that he allowed my mother to move in with us was a huge feat, y'all. Like, it was a blessing that he even allowed it, because I think I would have a hard time wanting someone to move into my house who didn't care for me or didn't like me for majority of the relationship, you know? So props to my husband for that. So basically, that was a long story. It wasn't a long story short. That was just, that was a long backstory to say that he never went in the basement. So that's where we had to let the dogs out. So the routine for letting the dogs out was mine. Anyway, y'all didn't ask for that history, but you got it anyway. And then yesterday, I did slightly still have a headache most of the day, but it was manageable. And I was able to do, you know, some reading. And I put out my Easter stuff last night, my Easter decorations. So you'll have to go check out next week's vlog. I will have that in there. I have a little video clip of my little Easter setup and some of my, oh, this glue is messy, y'all. I'm trying to figure out the best way to put these, y'all, my brain's all over the place. Sorry, I'm gluing these packaging down because I want the edges to be down. So like if I put this on the back of it, it doesn't really get all the way to the edge. So I've been using this, you know, handy dandy glue that takes a while to dry, but it's pretty good, but it's also messy. Anyway, yeah, so I did a little, you know, video of my Easter decor, and I talk about which decor pieces that I actually made. So I did a little, which some of them I really love. So I do have a pause. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, I'm back. So I do have this from Chalk Couture that I got. It's a little bunny garland. Is that not so cute? And he has all the directions. So I have these already, they're already, it was a kit. And then I have the little stencils. The problem is that almost all of my chalk paint that I had dried out because I hadn't done anything with it for a hot minute. So I need to order some, and I know they have little sample sizes that you can buy. So I need to go on and order maybe a spring sample packet so that I can do this, because I've been aiming to do this and I haven't done it, but it would be fun. So that's really all my updates I got, you guys. Got my pictures on. So I'm going to write a little something up here for that. So that's my page for that. And then I think I'm going to do maybe a March like sticker dump, or maybe a page that just has March, because I have, when Sonia sent me a little gift, she sent me a bunch of St. Patty's Day stickers, and then this card. Is that not the sweetest? So I think I want to do just like a St. Patty's Day page. Yeah, or like a St. Patty's Day sticker dump. But I don't know if I have enough for two, you know, for a full layout, or just one, but I don't know. So, and then I need to figure out what else. Oh, I got to update my, I haven't added, I need to add the next book club picks for Paw Print Pals. And yeah, I think, oh, Jess didn't do her. So Jesse's Patreon is on hold right now. So she doesn't know if she's going to do it. And we were reading a book each month for Paw Print Pals. That was her Patreon name, but it's on pause. And I have a whole layout for all year, and I'm not going to be able to use it. It's still cute though. I will leave it in there. Okay guys, that's it. I have nothing else of any importance to tell you guys. My daughter did get me an iced coffee from 7 Brew. I've never had 7 Brew before, but apparently she goes there all the time. And whatever it is, it's really good. Yeah. Okay. That's it. I got to get back to work now, and let me know in the comments below, per usual, what have you been up to? How are you feeling? What have you been reading? All the things. And until my next video, be yourself, be awesome, be kind.